a bit like Portsmouth actually. I'm not sure initially how I feel about that game. What I would say is I actually wasn't at the game tonight, I was at work, so I didn't get a chance to see it. I obviously know the score was 2-2. I know that we were in front twice, and then we went down to 10 men with 20 minutes or just over 20 minutes to go. But it is getting rather frustrating that, you know, the last two games we've took the lead 3 times over the course of the whole of the 2 games that we haven't held on. Saturday against Coventry I do still see it was a point gained, whereas, well, more a point gained than 2 draws. I was more positive about that one. I think tonight, look, on one sense is positive because that's Peterborough's first drop points this season. That's the first time they've dropped points on the road. But again, regardless of going down to 10 men though, when you go in front in the last 10 minutes, you should be seeing that out really. Regardless of the fact it's Peterborough, regardless of the fact that we're down to 10 men, you should be seeing out a 2-1 lead. Do I think that's the season? No, of course not. And I think fans that... Obviously, apparently the referee was shocking, but obviously I didn't watch the game, so feel free to tell me, both Sunderland and Peterborough fans, what it was like. I can only reflect on the full-time result for this one. I think though it just makes the next couple of games all the more vital that we win them. Starting with Bradford on Saturday, I think that's a massive one. Bradford are more down near the bottom of the league, but they've just won a couple of games, or they certainly won midweek against Wimbledon, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bradford fans, if any of you are watching, but for me we have to go there and win. You know, for me the most annoying thing about it was that, you know, Peterborough was going to be a test this year. Apparently the first half was the best that we've played all season, at least from what was being reported. Apparently the first half was amongst the best that we've played this year, this season so far, and I think that my worry was when I heard it was half-time 1-0 and we didn't finish off the chances, I thought that Peterborough were going to come out in the second half and really start to boss the game, and apparently they did. So that does get quite concerning that we didn't finish the chances off. Apparently people were all over us, and our second goal was against the run of play in the second half anyway. Once Marcus Maddison came on, I don't know why they didn't start him, actually he's one of their best players, at least looking from the outside anyway. But for me though, I think that it is another point, but again it should have been 3 though. And even though you can say, oh, Peterborough back to the second half, the point is when you go in front in the last 10 minutes, even if you've been outplayed, you should still be holding on to the lead. Apparently there's been positives from some people and a lot of negatives from others, so I honestly don't know what to say about it. Just go again on Saturday and we just got to beat Bradford really. Obviously the Blackpool game has now been postponed, and to be honest, with the injuries and suspensions that we're probably going to have, I think that's probably come at a good time. I think, you know, we just have, but the annoying thing is, again, Coventry had to hold us to a draw and yet they go and have Portsmouth beat them. It's like, well, could have let us do that on Saturday. Obviously, all seriously, they're not going to let a team win, but it's just frustrating. But look, nevertheless, again, I keep having to remind people, it's a 46 game season, not an 11 game one. I still remain adamant we'll be in the top 2. Look, and I think there's good logical reasons as to why I think that. I think that we are yet to hit our stride. We've got players to come back from suspension, from injury. And you've got to bear in mind, unlike the other squads, or like the other teams in the league, they didn't have a full rebuild going on in the summer. They didn't have a full change of ownership, a full new starting 11 almost, or certainly about 2/3 of the starting 11 that's regular enough were new players. So, you know, and remember Wigan and Blackburn, they didn't start great either last year and both went up comfortably in the end. So I'll leave you there, guys. Just hopefully against Bradford we do the job and then we'll go from there. I'll see you guys later.